Hi, I'm Hansu, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can create a custom stand for the Akai Force. I'm going to use leftover MDF, and my stand will be a bit different than normal stands because I want to attach or place some other equipment on top of it. But you can follow along and hopefully you can create your own stand after seeing this video. Okay, let's go! Okay, this is my current setup, and I created a stand for the Octatrack and the Analog 4, and later for an Digitone and an Analog Heat. And since I built this, I thought, okay, this is not really nice, so I want to create a better stand for the Force. And today I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it, but it's not a step-by-step video. It's more of a global how-to video, how I make a stand. Otherwise it would take very long. Okay, well, that said, I'm first going to take some measurements. First I want to know how I want to sit in front of the Akai Force. This is already great, but I lately discovered that tilting it a bit more would be best. I can edit it and see it very clearly this way and still play it. Okay. "17 centimeters. I don't know what it is in inches. Okay, 17, 0 and halfway will be about 13. 0. Okay. What I then want to do is decouple the things I want to put on top like how I have the stand over here. And one thing I want to place over here is this one, and perhaps this one. So it will be a bit like this. Not the most sexy solution, but very handy to have in front of me. Okay. I want to make sure it has somewhat of the same angle. Okay, the table is cleared now. I'm gonna get the wood I have left over. And first I have to think about how I'm gonna lay it out. Okay, yeah, this is about right. Well, first I have to carefully lay down Force. I had the height measured, and okay, I didn't plan it ahead, so I have to come up with the stand as I go along. I just want to point out a few things I would consider taking note For instance, I want a little, I want to be higher on one side, but I don't want the force sticking out, because then I'm gonna bump to it and it's gonna go nasty. Okay, so I will leave it a little bit inside, but what I want is minimal clearance on the bottom, so that I don't have to raise my hands as high. Okay, so I think I'm going to create something like, and I need some sort of a device. It will be something like this. This will remain, but here it will be flush. Perhaps, maybe that's nice. I'm not going to make the. I'm not going to follow the contour of the force. It was 17 centimeters at the bottom, but I said 13 halfway, and that's not correct. But I only have to know the top and the bottom. But since it's off about 3 centimeters, I'm going to do another measurement. Yes, nice. Don't want to scratch it. Okay, this time it's 17 and a half. 17 and a half something. I'm going to leave it this way. Now I want to place this one. Oh, that's a bit wobbly. But I wanted to have the same angle. If you only want going to make one stand, it doesn't really matter. But I want to have sort of the same angle, so I have to eyeball it a bit and look. Okay. Oh yeah. One important thing. Please put in some jacks and plugs in the back. Because you want to have enough room. Oh, look, 3 new ones. Okay, since I'm pleased and happy with what I have here, and I made a mistake. Okay, the mistake I made was I've drawn the force, but I didn't count for the. I have to draw it again. Okay, that's a bit of a shame, but what needs to be done needs to be done. Just a short in-between video. I just wanted to show you how I'm gonna draw it this time. I used a piece of wood with thickness. It's with the it's going to be okay. And I did the same, but you can't see it very clearly, with 2 pieces of wood for like this, one like this and the other one like this. Okay, and then I'll know what this is going to be. Okay. Well, I'll stop the video here. I'm gonna draw it, and when it's finished, I'm coming back. Okay. Okay. I have to do it by hand, otherwise you won't see it, or not as clearly. This is what I came up with. Okay, the bottom part is of course the piece of wood it's resting on, the force, and here you have it as well. And since I want to kind of create the same form or cut, but as you can see, if I draw this line over, or if I saw make a cut here, I can make it just like the other stand, which is nice. But if I make a cut here and here, then I can go straight to here. But I don't really like it. So I think I'm going to cut this piece, this one piece, till here, and then make this one. Okay, so this will be my stand, and now I'm going to cut it. I said I'm going to cut it, but I made a change because I wanted, or no, not I want, because I saw and I remembered that there are venting holes on the side of the force, and since I'm going to go for the look of the other stand, I might as well keep it at 2 centimeters height. That should be sufficient because heat rises. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a new measurement, or I'm going to draw a new line and going to redraw this as well. As I said at the beginning of the video, I'm making this up as I go, so bear with me. So that's going to be a slight change, and what I'm going to do as well, and that I forgot to mention, was this is a side, and I have 2 sides after cutting this this piece, but I forgot to mention I also have to have the pieces which go across. So that's what I'm going to draw as well, or measure as well. But it's not very interesting. What I'm going to make, I'm not going to make one piece where it sits on. I make 2 pieces because it only has to stand on the feet. So I'm going to cut this board in half, and then the right measurement. Let's put it in the camera. I'm going to put this. I'm going to cut it in half, and then the right length, and for the upper piece as well. Okay. That's where I'm going to use this wood for. Okay, that's one. And the other thing I wanted to tell you is, you see these nice stands that are that had a perfect fit. I want to have a little bit of room so I can move it around, and it's better for the airflow as well. So it's 35 centimeters wide. I don't have to take into account the height or the length of the Akai because it's already here, drawn on the piece of wood. So what would be nice, I think, half a centimeter on each side, so it's 36 centimeters wide. So I have to cut these pieces, all of these pieces, 36 centimeters wide, and then I'm good to go. Okay, I feel confident that I can now create all the cuts, and but I have to tell you that I'm just starting out with making stands, and it's more precise work, but I am feeling comfortable with using my saw. So I'm going to make some cuts later on that might seem dangerous, but I'm confident that it won't hurt me. So perhaps I'm going to leave some pieces out, but just be sure that you're safe. Watch your safety. Okay, I have everything ready, and I'm going to set up the saw and go downstairs in the yard and make a few cuts. Okay. Notice the width of the blade. Make sure you make the cut on the right side. Same cut. Left side.